Hello folks, hope you're doing well. I went for a walk and talk with God at Fairy Village Woods just now. I've only recently got back. Yeah, of course, the subject matter through most of it was about the fact, it was what I was hoping for or believing in. Was that complete fantasy, or was that what you wanted me to believe in or hope for? That was the conversation going around. That's what I was speaking to Father about. So of course, ended up with asking the question, well, was it? Was it what you wanted me to believe in? And then got in the car, CD came on, and then the song For God Is With Us by Fucking Country came on. The first two lines is, dare to imagine, dare to believe in. Well, okay, there you go. That seems to be, that could be an answer to the question, or it could just be a complete coincidence. You can take it how you want. But this way, I'm not going to take that as a complete answer. No. Because it could just be a coincidence. It could just be simply a case of, that was a song that was just waiting, just happened to be the song. Yeah, if there's 20 songs on the CD, and, one of the songs is going to come on, there's 1 in 20 chance it'd be that song. With those as the first two lines. So, see it how you want. To me, at the moment, with regards to my understanding being, well, I could have got it completely wrong in what I was believing and hoping for. I'm not going to take that as an absolute from God. But it's encouraging. It's a possibility. So therefore, I'm going to say to the Father, well, if that's your answer, then I need a bit more clarification on that. I need something else. Because that's not enough. That won't do. That is the reality. It won't do. Although, again, this is where we have to be careful. Well, look, thinking about it from, again, a logical point of view. If God was basically saying to me throughout this whole point, if God has said to me that I'm going to be moving before the dogs come back, well, okay, they haven't come back, so that's why I haven't moved yet. That makes sense. And if he says, if he let me believe that I'll be found innocent, but that decision hasn't been made yet. I've still got to go back in May, so therefore that could still happen. Okay. That's the reality, but I suppose from my point of view, and there's a long way to go before I go back, but do I want to be in that situation thinking when I go back that, Father, I'm trusting you to do this, and then for everything to go boom again? Well, let's see what happens between now and then. That's going to be the point. Let's see what happens between now and then, because I think it's most likely that within the next 6 months that my understanding of me, and my understanding of Father, my understanding of our relationship is going to improve in the next 6 months. So where I will be before that, well, we'll see. We shall see. Although it actually doesn't really, because at the moment, of course, I'm looking at it from the point of view that, from what the bloke said from the SSPCA yesterday, the one who's not involved with the case and doesn't know that much about it, he said that if the transfer of ownership happened in December, it's most likely that those dogs have been sold now, rehomed. If that's happened, well, then it's pretty obvious that the dogs aren't coming back. So therefore, the whole point about me moving, because the dogs aren't coming back here, is mute completely. Although it's logical, it's only logical if the dogs are coming back. If they've already been rehomed, that isn't logical, is it? So therefore, it's quite possible that way before the 6 months is up, I will have a full understanding pretty much that what I was hoping for will not be happening. Yeah, that's the situation, really. Yeah, but that's the situation that I'm in, and okay, I'm going to find out. And I might not actually find out, because I may never get a phone call from these people. They may never actually bother to phone me back. If they don't, well, then I've got a decision to make. Do I then phone them back again? Don't know. Because if I keep on phoning them back, at one point I'm going to actually get the person who I need to speak to will be the person who actually answers. So at some point that is going to happen, that the person will actually answer. So yeah. Yeah, well, because like today I was speaking to the father about, okay, I could get another dog, but should I? Because obviously if mine are coming back, then it's not a good idea to get another dog, because that makes 12. Although 12 is not much a bigger problem than 11, it's still an odd number. And am I going to know that this dog will be okay with the other dogs coming back? Yeah, that I won't have to then be home this dog. Yeah, so yeah. I felt that God was maybe blocking me getting another dog, so it's like, okay. If that is the case, then that is the case. Yeah, we will see what is supposed to happen with what actually happens, I suppose. Yeah, certainly in the next few days it will be pretty clear, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully. What? Again, it's all down to the fact of, what if there's a purpose? What if there's a purpose in me not knowing? If there's a purpose in me not knowing, then I won't know. So that's annoying, that's a bit difficult, but it is what it is. Yeah. So let's see what happens. Let's see what God decides to do with regards to the whole situation. Because it really is in His hands. Put it this way. If God wants to be involved, then, if God's going to have my back. Because as I was walking around, I was saying to Father, look, one thing that is really annoying is if you're wanting me to share with people about relationship with you, about what that's supposed to look like, my life does not look like that in any way, shape or form. You are not, at the moment, you are not having my back. There should be that I walk, and there should be fruit coming in, and that fruit should make a difference to how my life looks. In my eyes, there's no difference at all. None. I don't see anything. Do I see that there's joy there where there wasn't? Yeah, but anyone looking and not really seeing me, but just seeing the circumstances, sees nothing. Sees no change at all. Yeah. I was hoping that by now there would be some change in some way. At the moment, there is no change at all. There is no sign whatsoever to anyone not coming too close to me to get to really see the difference. That they won't see that God has done anything in my life. Or that being a son of God makes any difference, a son of God makes any difference at all. To being a Christian. They won't see anything. And that is incredibly disappointing. But again, maybe it's simply a case that is just round the corner. But again, don't we always say that? And it never is. Because how many corners have we been round and it still hasn't happened? Yeah, I'm not talking about from the point of view of that we shouldn't trust God. I'm talking about that we shouldn't trust those sort of words that we say. Yeah, because that's just nonsense. It really is. If God's going to do it, He's going to do it, and we need to shut up and wait. But if He's not going to do it, then we need to understand that and stop talking about Him doing stuff that He's not going to do. So, yeah. It's, at the moment, God hasn't done. So, yeah. As I say, that's why at the moment the situation is very difficult, because it's like, well, I don't want to keep on sharing that stuff when the evidence says it makes no difference at all. I've done so for nearly a year. Certainly from the point of view, any point of view that I could. Talking about relationship with Father, focusing upon Father rather than on the problems. So, I've been speaking about as a son for all that time. I did sort of understand it back then. A year ago, yes. But not to the degree that I did in July. But I've been sharing it pretty much from the understanding that I have for a year. And really, when it comes down to it, certainly physically, when you look at the evidence of my life, where I live, my financial situation, my physical situation, everything, there's been no change at all. And yeah. Well, look, I mean, the reality is, do I look at it from the point of view and saying, it is quite possibly that I'm completely wrong. Because those people in church, they don't see things the way I see things. They don't believe in that. They don't believe that what I'm saying is true. They don't believe in any of it at all. When my life is showing that it isn't bloody true. So even though I'd hate if they were right, because if they're right, then we should all just give up. Really. If they're right about what they believe is the way, then we should just give up. Not if they're right that I'm wrong, because there might be something else. I might be slightly wrong or half wrong. So we shouldn't give up necessarily, because there may still be a truth out there. But yeah, the happiest I've been is when I've been able to talk with absolute confidence and a surety that what I'm saying is true. At the moment, I don't have any of that. That surety, that confidence is gone now. Do I still believe it's true? Yes. But yeah, it becomes harder the more you keep pushing it, and yet you're looking for God to do something to back you up, and He's not doing it. Yeah, well, because I was saying to God earlier during the walk, that I'm telling people that we don't need to do things according to the biblical way with regards to tithes and fasting and stuff like that, because that's you working. But then you're saying, no, we need to do things according to the world's way of taking that step, doing that step, jumping that hurdle. That's even bloody worse. That's much worse than what I was saying we don't need to do. You're saying we need to do that. That's even worse. So, yeah. It's, oh, come on. Really? So, Father, you are incapable of speaking to the judge and getting the judge to turn her views around and stuff. That's just phone. I'll deal with that in a minute. Yeah. Unless I take all those steps. If that's the case, then we're not talking about a God or a Father that's all powerful, all knowledge, everything. The creator of heaven and earth. If you can't even turn that judge's understanding around without me doing all these bloody steps, well then, what's the point? What's the point of me looking to you if that's the case? Yeah. Well, is that the case? Probably not. No. But that's what it looks like, doesn't it? So as I say, are people going to buy into this understanding you're supposed to go through Yeshua to a relationship with Father, when really relationship with Father looks this bad? Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, for me, I was hoping that this would be the thing that would help to free churchy people from churchiness. And yeah. Yeah, as I said, God gave me that vision years ago. I was hoping that now God was showing me the answer. And it doesn't seem to be an answer to anything right now. It doesn't seem. That's what Tuesday did. So, yeah. Yeah. Just keep on stepping. That's the point. There's a song called Breathe by God knows who. Actually, I don't know who. But anyway, I will link it if I can find it. It's a worldly song. But in it, yeah, there's certain parts of the lyrics. It just, yeah. Because at the moment, all I can do is breathe. So, there you go. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.